Looks like I'm still in the dark when it comes to this puzzle, but hopefully I can make it to Morty without screwing up. Alright, one step down, two steps right, three steps up, and three steps left, and there we go. Here's Morty. I still got it, but first, I'm going to demonstrate what happens when you screw up. Yeah, I wanted to do that because I need to heal since Misdreavus is out of Shadow Ball power points, and a Misdreavus without Shadow Ball power points means I probably won't be going very far. Yeah, if not for that Sableye last video, I probably would have made it to Morty. I mean, I guess I could have used Crobat to fight that Sableye, but looks like I wasn't thinking. Well, whatever. Well, the good thing is, at least the pathway is lit up so that way I can see where I'm going. I mean, compared to Gold, Silver, and Crystal where you couldn't see the path at all, yeah, I say that the gym puzzle itself in Heart Gold and Soul Silver is pretty easy. Okay, hopefully I don't screw up again. Well, the first time it was intentional, but here, hopefully I don't screw up by accident. Okay, so far so good. And there we go, here's Morty. Okay, I'm gonna save everything I've done so far and be right back. Okay, Morty, let's see what you're made of. Although, my biggest concern is that some of his Pokemon know Shadow Sneak, and that could probably do a number on Misdreavus. Never mind Shadow Ball, since I'm probably not going to see that move since I'm for sure going to outspeed Morty's entire team. But for Shadow Sneak, since it's a priority move, I'll probably be seeing it a few times. Well, hopefully Shadow Sneak doesn't hurt me too much since it's not as powerful as Shadow Ball. Now as for Morty's team, well, I don't remember what he leads with, although I'll tell you one thing. He doesn't have a Ghastly like he would in individual games. In individual games, he had a Ghastly, which he would lead with, along with two Haunters and a Gengar. But I know for a fact that he has both Haunter and Gengar in this fight. Anyway, his first Pokemon is Duskull, which shouldn't give me any trouble since its defenses aren't as impressive as Dusclops' defenses, or even Dusknoir's. But then again, a lot of people say Dusclops is a lot better, since it works well with the Ebulites. And Duskull goes down. Alright, one down, 5 to go. Who's next? Shuppet? Well, I don't consider Shuppet to be very threatening, even though it could have Shadow Sneak. Well, only one way to find out. Okay, if it did have Shadow Sneak, it probably would have used it. Well, since its defenses aren't very good, it's not going to swipe my Shadow Ball, which it didn't. Alright, next Pokemon. Okay, looks like we're going to have a Misdreavus Mirror match. Well, since my level advantage is pretty high, his Misdreavus won't swipe my Shadow Ball. Although if it does, which it won't, I don't know what it has. I mean, Misdreavus is kind of unpredictable, so I think it's best if I don't know what it has. Okay, we're halfway through Morty's team already. That's good. Next Pokemon? Sableye. Oh boy. I remember that this thing knows Recover, and I really don't want to deal with that. So, I'm going to take a super effective Ghost type move to the face if it means Sableye won't go for Recover. Okay, since it doesn't have a weakness, odds are it's going to strike my Shadow Ball. And when that happens, I don't know what it's going to go for. Or it could die in one hit to a critical hit, that works too. Okay, next Pokemon. Haunter. Now, I don't know if this thing knows Sucker Punch. If so, then hopefully Misdreavus can take it. Okay, if it did have Sucker Punch, it probably would have used it. Well, since its defenses aren't very good, it's not going to fight my Shadow Ball. Yeah, just like that. And that only leaves Gengar. Now, I seem to recall that it knows both Thunderbolts and Giga Drain, so if you think about sending out any water types against Gengar, just know that it has Thunderbolts, so you may want to reconsider your decision. Yeah, I don't know how I remember that. Must have seen it somewhere. Wait, I'm not going to see it use Thunderbolt or Shadow Ball since I've fastened it, and also Gengar's pretty frail, so that means it's going to die to my Shadow Ball. And Gengar goes down. 6 turns, 6 hits, 6 kills. Although, back at the beginning of the battle, I did say something about how maybe I'll see Shadow Sneak a few times, but I didn't see it anywhere. Okay, you would think Pokemon like Duskull, Shuppet, or Sableye would use Shadow Sneak, but nothing like that happened. Oh well. And for starting this gym battle, we're going to get our 4th gym badge, the Fog Badge. So we got half the badges in Johto, which is great, but overall, we're 1/4 of the way there since there are 16 gyms in this game. So with the Fog Badge, I'm now able to use Surf outside of battle, which means the Johto region has just gotten a whole lot bigger. And also, I'm getting the TM for Shadow Ball as well. But Mischievous already knows that move, so I'm not going to give it to anyone. Although I will admit, if I'd chosen to use Raikou on my team, then yeah, I'd definitely teach it Shadow Ball. However, if Mischievous didn't have Shadow Ball, then I don't know how far I would have gone with Psybeam, since there are a lot more Ghost types in here other than just Gastly's, Haunters, and Gengar. Actually, Morty has a Gengar, but you know what I mean. Okay, but he's going to give me his number as well. Yes, he is. I'll be waiting to hear about your travels. Yeah, except that I'm pretty sure you're going to call me, although I'm not really sure when that's going to happen. Okay, is he going to say anything else? Yes, they were. I mean, after all, I was given that Pokemon egg, so yeah, the Komodo girls must have been talking about me. Okay, he's talking about things that are going to happen later on, such as going to Olivine City. But I'm not going to go there yet because I have a lot more things to do, such as getting my next team member. But I'm not going to do that quite yet because I still have to train up Wooper. Okay, what does this guy have to say? I was cowering in the corner out of pure terror. Why? I mean, it's not like you're the one that was battling. Okay, now I'm gonna go... Not now, Erwin, I'm busy. Thank you, Mischievous. Okay, as I was about to say, before I train up Wooper, I'm gonna go to Route 37 and talk to this guy because today's Sunday. And you know what that means? Sunday of Sunday is here on Route 37, and he's gonna give me an item called the Magnet, which boosts the power of Electric-type moves by 20%. Perfect for Electric-type Pokemon. What, you don't remember what the Magnet does? Oh, there you go. Although I don't have Chinchou yet, but I'll be getting to that shortly. Monica, yeah, we'll be seeing Monica a bit later. Anything else you're going to say? Okay, he's talking about the rest of his day siblings. Some of which we haven't met yet. Yes, I can clearly see that. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go train up Wooper a bit. See you in a second. Okay, Wooper is at level 16, and I also taught it Surf off-screen. Now, before I catch Chinchou, I'm going to head to the toll house that leads to Route 38. No, I'm not going to tackle that route yet. I'm going to this toll house in particular because I'm actually about to unlock something that's exclusive to this game only. Anyway, look who's here. None other than Steven, the Hoenn region's champion. Even though there's also Wallace. Well, I did say we were going to see Steven a bit later, since someone at the Archaeological building mentioned him. Now, normally, I'm actually not supposed to meet Steven until I reach Kanto, but he's here to tell me something important. So, he's here to talk to me about that story that Cynthia told me that involved the legendary trainer. And now he's going to tell me another part of that story that involves the Arceus plates. Now, I don't believe those plates were in the original Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but they're here in this game. So now that I've talked to Steven, those plates can now be found in certain places throughout Johto and Kanto. And finding all those places is a requirement if you want to catch Arceus, along with completing the Pokédex. Now, as far as completing the Pokédex goes, I still haven't decided if I want to do that or not. But for the Arceus plates, yes, I'd be more than happy to go after the Arceus plates. Okay, it's telling me that each plate represents an element, and it can also change Arceus' type depending on what plate it's holding. Okay, now he's telling you where you could potentially find those plates. Held by enthusiasts, buried in the ground, or even just picked up by random people. Okay, that last part is true. And he's also going to give me a hint where I can find one of the plates. And yes, I do know the place he's talking about. And speaking of which, he has one of those plates on him right now, the Iron Plate. Gee, how fitting. I mean, after all, he is a Steel-type fanatic. Well, even though I don't really have much use for it, still, I'm going to take it anyway because, hey, I have no choice. Here, don't drop it. I never heard of anyone dropping this thing, but whatever. And before you ask, yes, you are able to fight Steven in this game, unlike in the original Heart Gold Soul Silver. Just not right now, later. Now, as for the Arceus plates, well, some of them are pretty easy to obtain, but for some of them, well, you might have to go through a few hoops just to find some of them. But you'll see what I mean a lot later, once I actually encounter one of them, that is. Okay, now that that's done, I'm going to head to Route 34, so that way I can catch myself a Chinchou. Now, while I make my way there, speaking of water types, we got another Terra Raid battle event in Scarlet and Violet, and this time it features the returning 7-star Swampert. It previously appeared in May and June of 2024, but now it's back starting from the 7th until the 13th. So, its Terra type is Poison, its nature is Relax, its ability is Damp, and knows the moves Earthquake, Hydro Pump, Sludge Wave, and Liquidation. And its additional moves, Muddy Water and Yawn. Now, back in my Renegade Platinum Let's Play, part 111, I said something about using Pokemon like Gastrodon, Vaporeon, or Slowbro to fight that Swampert, but this time I used Annihilate. So, its nature was Adamant, its Terra type was Ghost, its held item was the Shell Bell, and I gave the moves Rage Fist, Bulk Up, Sunny Day, and Rest. So what I did was, I went for Sunny Day to power down its water moves, and do it again until the sun goes away. Then use Bulk Up, then spam Rage Fist until it resets your stats. And if your HP gets low, just use Rest. Hopefully you can survive whatever Swampert throws at you. Then try and use Bulk Up as much as you can, and from there, just spam Rage Fist until Swampert goes down. Yeah, I know you want to go with type effectiveness, but in some cases, type effectiveness isn't really everything. Now, as for Chinchou's appearance rate with the old rod, I believe it has a 30% chance of appearing, so hopefully I managed to catch it. Oh, hold on a second. Maybe I could take a picture with Cameron here before I catch Chinchou. Yeah, sure, why not? So hopefully I can catch Chinchou shortly. Smile. Okay, let me see if I can try and catch one of those Chinchous. Now, when I encounter Chinchou, I do want one with Water Absorb. Yeah, Chinchou comes with either Water Absorb or Volt Absorb. Water Absorb, I believe it's its hidden ability. Yeah, I do want Water Absorb because, well, I see that as the better ability. I mean, yeah, sure, Volt Absorb is great too, but in my opinion, I really don't see Electric-type moves all too much. I think Water-type moves are more common. Okay, I believe Staryu has a 10% appearance rate when you use the old rod. Okay, let me try again. If I don't catch Chinchou next time, or the next time I fish out something from the water, I'm just going to cut away until I eventually find it. Okay, is this Chinchou? Okay, yes it is. Now the question is, does this one have Water Absorb, or is it Volt Absorb? Well, only one way to find out. Send out Wooper, use Surf, and hopefully this one has Water Absorb. If so, then hopefully this one has a pretty decent nature. Okay, is this one Volt Absorb or Water Absorb? Okay, Surf doesn't do anything, so yeah, I'm gonna switch up to Crobat and put it to sleep so that way I can catch this thing. Now, hopefully this thing's nature is good. Otherwise, well, I can always try again since, as I said, it has a pretty high encounter rates. Okay, good. Hypnosis connects. And I do have a few netballs on me, so hopefully one of them does the trick. Well, actually, one is going to do the trick since Chinchou has a pretty high catch rate, and also netballs work best on water types and bug types. Okay, got 20 of them, so yeah, one netball will certainly do the trick. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Also, I know for a fact that you could find Chinchou in New Bark Town, but as for why I didn't catch it back then, well, I'll go over that some other time. Alright, what do we have to say about Chinchou in this game? Okay, I may have seen that before. Alright, what about its nature? Score! Wow, I can't believe I got lucky on my first try. Okay, I think that's going to do it for today. So next time, well, next time you see Chinchou, it's going to have a few more levels, and also I'm going to give it its respective moves. So that, I bid you all good day. Actually, before I go, I did say a couple of videos ago that you can find the Flamethrower TM at the Bellchime Trail. So I'll just show you that real quick in case you don't want to play that Voltorb flip game. It's only in this game, by the way, not in the original game, so don't get confused. But first, I believe there's also one other item you can get here, and it's hidden underneath that pile of dirt. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. And underneath the pile of dirt is the flame plates. And for the Flamethrower TM, well, it's right down here, just in case you want it. Now, there's also some hidden items in the area, so I'm just going to grab all those real quick, such as this big mushroom over here. And I believe there's a tiny mushroom next to the bell tower itself, right over here. Also, there are some hidden mushrooms in the tree, so I'm just going to grab the ball using the dowsing machine. So consider this a little demonstration at how the dowsing machine works in this game. Okay, here's one here, and I believe there are 2 more over to the right. Okay, here's the next one. And the last one, it's a bit further to the right as well. Alright, there we go. Okay, is there anything else that I missed? No? Well, okay then, I guess I'm done for today. Goodbye.